actually really kind of classic. This is a classic extortion email, which is really cool. It ended up in my spam folder, which is great, but Google flagged it, which is great. It's supposedly coming from me to me, and this is my public email address. Everyone and their brother has it. So I'm not too worried about whether this email address gets out or not. But what's interesting is the approach on this one. They actually used really, really good English on this in a lot of ways. So that someone actually probably ran this thing through something like WordTune or something else. 1490 in Bitcoin to my Bitcoin address. Just buy Bitcoin on Google. Hey, but here's the Bitcoin address. Now, I actually really like that they gave me a really good address here for this, and we're going to take a look at that here in a minute. I'm going to be stitching this video. But after confirming your payment, delete the video because basically he says he has me doing the nasty on my own computer, right? Which is hilarious because I have run dual monitors. I don't have a right half of the screen and a left half of the screen. I run dual monitors. So yeah, that's telling me that he doesn't know enough about his target. And driver-based malware is actually really kind of interesting, right? And updated signatures every 4 hours. I run some pretty good security here, and I would probably notice this going out every 4 hours, especially if it's regular communication, especially based on startup or something else. So interesting, but it would be true that if they were able to actually morph that malware every 4 hours, the antivirus would simply just not work, and that's fine. So some of it's plausible, some of it's good, some of it's not plausible, some of it's not good. But we're going to go take a look at this Bitcoin address. So I'm excited about that. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side of this one. Email or a blockchain address in that email that they sent. So actually, I'm going to go look it up, and this is the full address and everything else. You can copy it out if you want to. But this is it. It basically has ever been used. It's basically completely brand new. So we don't know who all this belongs to, but again, you can go ahead and find it out. Now, the other really fun trick to do is to go and check and see and Google for that address. So kind of what makes this interesting when you're doing this is it kind of gives you an idea if someone used that address in a public forum, right? So it's kind of interesting where we now have this whole thing, and this is relatively new. So today's the 26th, and this is popping up on the 26th, but we can actually go ahead, and chain abuse is probably one of the best places you're ever going to go because they will go in and check all this stuff out. And of course they want all the cookies. Chain abuse guest 8 minutes ago. So this is actually really kind of coming through, and this is the email that we got sent. So that's really kind of interesting. So we can vote that up. I don't want to log in, but that's the whole kind of thing. Reported address. There's our boy. And then, so yeah, the person's been kind of busy today doing their thing, and they're just popping a whole bunch of different addresses. And it happens, right? It's just a blackmail scam, and it's not that big a deal, but chain abuse is great. If you want to go ahead and see other things, so like showed up on Twitter, showed up again on Twitter on the 24th. Not a whole lot in here, but that address is definitely public right now. So yeah, it's been tied to a blackmail kind of thing. And you can kind of check out and see where it's all gone. And there's a whole bunch of scam reports inside of chain abuse. So it's exciting. But it's just really kind of neat, right? When you kind of go in there and you can actually go ahead and do certain things for it to just kind of go see what the story is. And there's 11 on this. So people are reporting this as other scam or sextortion. But again, this is kind of one of those things to watch out for because it's going to happen, right? And again, these are just fun. You get these in the email every now and then. They're not really going to do anything. They don't really have access to your computer. And even if they did, we know that just by what they posted in that email, that it wasn't really me. They weren't really looking in at my computer, and they weren't really looking at my camera because my camera's always got a piece of tape over it. And my microphone is a big industrial microphone. It is on 24/7. So I am good. So that's it, right? So there you go. Scammer connected. And that's it. But no, definitely check it out. If you get these are kind of fun, but definitely use chain abuse to see what they've got, but then read that email carefully. See what other kind of tricks on this one that they're giving away that you really don't have the ability to, like, they don't really are not into your computer.